and welcome to your morning announcements. Today is Wednesday, October 21st. Remember, for West students, it is important at this time for you to contact me with any questions that you might have. My email is listed here, lfarrell@kvilles.org. I still have decided to keep up our schedule for those of you that might still be a little confused on when you're supposed to be getting on Zoom. We did have a few getting on the wrong times, but I am happy that people are getting on their Zoom meeting. We only had a few people not get on, and everybody was doing a great job yesterday on Zoom. So thank you. But these are the times for each group: green, purple, blue, yellow, orange, and red, when you should be getting on your Zoom class. Now, if you don't know what color group you are in, please again email me with that question and I can help you out. Your Odysseyware assignments for today. The first one is in language. It's titled Reading to Find the Main Idea. We have been practicing that on Zoom quite a bit. In math, we are working on an assignment called Skip Counting. We'll be practicing that. In science, we have finished our first unit and are now beginning a new unit. This unit is about animals. The first lesson in our new unit for science is called Animals Are Different. If you are blocked from getting into the new unit, please let me know and I can unblock that for you as soon as possible. In social studies, we are not working in Odysseyware. We are working on Google Classroom instead. So we have had a few questions about this, and I want to make sure that I explain and clear up any confusion about this new format for turning in assignments, Google Classroom. So in order to get on Google Classroom, the first thing that you need to do is click the Google Classroom button. The Google Classroom button will take you to a page that looks like this. Once you get to this page, it is important that you then click on the Classwork tab to find assignments. Then you will be brought here. There are two units shown, geography and economics. As you can see on the Clever page, we are currently working on Michigan Geography, Lesson 1. So let's go ahead and take a look at Lesson 1. Here it is. Michigan Geography Lesson 1. As you can see, there are 6 documents associated with Geography Social Studies Lesson 1. You can open each one of these to complete them. Some of the slides only have reading for you to look through. Some of them, like this one, have places for you to type, which brings me to our next frequent problem. People being unable to type in the boxes, okay? When you first get into the document, it should be able to click on each box and type whatever you want to here. For example, your name, Mr. Farrell. However, what was happening for some students is somehow the text boxes were getting deleted. If that happens, you will not be able to type in the text box because the text box has been deleted. So what I want you to do is create a new text box if this unfortunately does happen. Click on the button here in the corner that says text box. Once you click that button, you'll be able to draw whatever size text box you want to with which to type. Now I can type whatever I want in the box. I still can't type down here. Click on the text box button and draw it again. So now we have another text box with which to type our answers. Okay, and then that leads me to our last point that we need to talk about with this format. When you get an assignment, it automatically creates whichever student is logging in, their own version of this file. You then need to send it to me by clicking on the share button, clicking on my name. Now, the interesting part about this is that you might already see me down here. This does not help you. This is because I've sent it to you on Google Classroom. This does not send it to me. What you need to do is type my name up here again, okay, like this, and then send me a message with it. Here is my assignment, okay? If you can't send me a message with it, then it probably means you weren't sending it correctly. So then you click on the send button. If you do that, I will get an email immediately that looks like this. I will have the assignment here in your note. Some people were having problems saying that they tried to send it and it wasn't sending. Um, I'm not sure what error is happening that it's not doing that, but I would encourage you to go back and try again. Now, here's the interesting thing too. If you thought you sent it and you did not send it, here's our progress so far. We've written Mr. Farrell. We've written they make maps here. Interesting thing about Google Documents and Google Slides is that they always save immediately, no matter what. You do not have to save them. They automatically save themselves. So if I exited out, I thought I sent it to Mr. Farrell, but I actually didn't. What will happen is if I want to get back to that particular assignment, all I have to do is go back to my classwork, go back to where we were, opening up the assignments, and click on it again. Now everything that I typed before is saved. And so if I didn't fully send this to Mr. Farrell, then I can just go right back to it and send it again. That way, we are making sure that he is receiving the assignment. Okay, our other frequently asked question had to do with how much we were supposed to do in a day. There are 6 documents here. They all need to be completed by Friday. Each lesson represents 1 week. Lesson 1 is this week, lesson 2 is next week, lesson 3 is the week after that. I did not give you an exact way to do this, but during the week, as long as you get it done for the week. If you would like to complete all of these assignments in one day, you may do so. If you would like to do 1 or 2 a day, you may do so. If you would like to do 3 one day and 3 another day, you may do so. Just make sure that all 6 of these documents are either read or sent to me before the end of the week on Friday. Now, some of these documents, like I stated earlier, are just reading. So this one, for example, actually, this actually has typing. This one has only reading. You do not have to send me lessons that only have reading sections. This one does have one. So, if there is not, I'm trying to find the one that does not have any typing in it. I know there's one. Here it is. Okay. So this one does not have any typing related to it. This one just gives you your regions of the state of Michigan and tells you a little bit about each area. So what you're going to be doing are you don't need to send me this. You just need to read through it, okay? This doesn't have any place for you to type. There are no text boxes. Nowhere does it say type here. So all you need to do is take a look at it, read through it so that you can be informed in answering the other parts of the assignment, okay? I think I've answered all the main questions around social studies. I'm going to quickly go over it one more time as we finish up. First, in order to get to the assignments, you need to go to Google Classroom here. Second, once you're in Google Classroom, you need to click on the Classwork tab. Third, it needs to make sure that you're doing lesson 1, and that lesson needs to be done before the end of the week. And lastly, we need to make sure that we are sending it to me, and please send a message with it, as that will ensure that you are sending it to me and not sharing it with me. So please send it with a message like I showed earlier. Okay. I hope that answered any of the questions regarding the social studies assignments and what is expected. Our question of the day today is, can you name another state in the US besides Michigan? I'm not going to give you any hints or give you one. I want you to think of it in your brain. So, have an excellent rest of your day. We will see you all on Zoom, and happy learning.